All right, everyone, we are live, so I apologize for that no and the weird camera, but we probably are setting up, I guess. I'm not sure what we're setting up for, but I know there's a lot of live streaming going on later today for Officer Hicks' funeral, and so we will be live with that later on this morning, but my source got changed, so I don't have the weather graphics up there right now, and I was worried about that, and so everything's a little messed up. But this is why I haven't done one of these in a while, because we have been having some behind the scenes technical difficulties, and the mic, of course, is attached, which I think in theory it would be nice to have a not attached mic for the future so I can walk around and fix things. But yeah, anyway, I'm Meteorologist Carly Smith. Thank you everyone for watching. We do have a cold front on the way. That looks to arrive by Friday. So our cold front's going to be coming Friday morning. We will have northeast winds, which are actually pretty rare for this time of year. The northeast winds basically mean that basically the northeast winds, they fall to about less than 10%, if not closer to 5% of the time of the year. We rarely see northeast winds in the month of May. So once we get into January and those winter months, then we do see temperatures that are northeast winds and cooler temperatures and all of that going on. But overall, yeah, what we have is going to be a cold front. Essentially, there's no such thing as a cool front in meteorology. I know that's what it's going to feel like. High temperatures are going to be in the 80s once again, but we've got 90s on the board and even triple digit heat index values that are going to be possible as we look ahead to our Monday. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. The graphics, again, I don't have them up, so I apologize because I had them up and somebody changed the source on me. And I think weather is important, and yeah, but anyway, we have a late season cold front on the way. The live video update is happening now, whether or not the technical behind the scenes stuff is playing in my favor, but yeah, we'll still talk about it. So if you missed the forecast, we've got a heat index value today that's going to be around 100. And of course, the graphics aren't wanting to load, but you can't see that. 106, the heat index on Wednesday, 110, the heat index on Thursday. So we've got some pretty high heat index values on the way. 110 is our heat advisory level. So if we make it up to 110, that's when we start to see our heat index values really getting in that dangerous zone, where you're definitely going to want to limit your outdoor activities. So I've got a lot of your questions showing up now. Julian says, I want winter back. Teresa says, it's hot in here. Comes the rain and mosquitoes. Yeah, Bill Churchwell did a story on the mosquitoes yesterday. Martin says, good morning. We need the cool weather back tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so too. Not tomorrow though. It's going to come Friday. Friday is when the cool weather comes. And yeah, that's what we're looking at. So for everyone that's joined, thank you guys. Due to some technical difficulties and people not being on the same page, I don't have the weather graphics up unless I take the mic off, go reroute it, and come back. But I'll just tell you what's happening, and we'll try this again tomorrow. But it's the behind the scenes things, which is why I haven't done one of these lives in a while, because we have had some technical difficulties like the mic breaking and crazy things like that. So don't you just love technology, right? I'm sure we all have crazy stories like that. But so what you need to know is today it's hot and humid, but we're still mostly cloudy. That's from the agriculture burning that's taking place this time of year down in Mexico, in Central America. Essentially, it's not cloudy because of that, but we're hazy, and we have what's known as condensation nuclei that hangs out up in our atmosphere, right? Condensation nuclei is required in order for clouds to develop. So you have to have some sort of condensation nuclei to get that cloud to develop. And so that is going to be smoke, which is what we have now, or it's going to be something like dirt, which comes from West Texas a lot of the time. You'll see raindrops with mud basically splattered on your car. That happens a lot in North Texas, but sometimes down here. That comes as the cold fronts move through West Texas. They kick up all of that dirt and that gets in the atmosphere. That's the condensation nuclei that allows that cloud to develop, and then the raindrop to form, and then it falls and you get the dirt on your car. So that's pretty fascinating. But yeah, the important things to know: Thursday, we near heat advisory criteria. Heat advisory criteria for Corpus Christi is 110 degrees for feels like temperature for at least 2 hours. We're going to be near that Thursday. Everything has been trending a little lower than what forecast models are anticipating because of that agriculture burning smoke that we get this time of year. So it's kept us a little bit more cloudy, and it's kept our temperatures a little bit more in check than getting so far out of control. But I think by Wednesday we'll get into the 90s. By Thursday we'll be in the 90s, and then we'll be back in the 80s. 86 degrees your high on Friday. We'll get to 84 and 83 there Saturday and Sunday. So that's what we're looking at. Heat index values will be in check because when the cold front moves through, we're going to see our dew points fall as well. So dew points will be back in the 60s, which will feel actually really nice compared to where we are right now. We're nearing 80 for our dew point, which is, it's a little early for us to actually be that warm, but we definitely are getting northeast winds. And I was doing some research. One of the reasons why I was late also was I was doing some research. Alan did this and posted it a while back, but I was trying to quantify the percentages from the graphs. But northeast winds are slim to none during the month of May, and then all of summer. Then they start to come back September and then October especially. And then our north versus our south winds are fairly even as we head into the winter months, when we are getting cold fronts often. But once we get into summer, it's pretty much predominantly southeast winds. The wind falls between the east and the south pretty much all summer long, unless we're getting some sort of tropical system or a tropical low passing over, or an upper level low, or something to that nature. But yeah, so right now, Friday is going to be windy. So when that wind is out of the northeast, we're going to see it gusting at about 35 miles per hour. So we'll have 25 mile per hour sustained winds out of the northeast on Friday. And then it does look like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, what's going to happen is there's an upper level low. And that upper level low is going to come across and keep us with some upper level energy that actually is going to boost our rain chances, possibly Sunday and Monday, even higher than Friday with the front. So rain chances are trending up Sunday and Monday, but they're trending down, I would say, for Friday. There's still a chance of some rain with and behind the front, but it's looking better Sunday and Monday, which Sunday is Mother's Day. And the positive note I've got for Mother's Day is it's trending cooler, 83 degrees, your high temperature on Mother's Day, 84 for the heat index. So that's pretty enjoyable, but there is a chance that we see some thunderstorms in the area. We'll time that all out coming up. But yeah, unfortunately, cool front does not exist in the world of meteorology, even though it's not going to be cold by any means behind the front. So Friday. Serena, Friday morning, we'll have northeast winds and we'll have temperatures back in the 80s and heat index values in the 80s. So our heat index number is going to fall about 20 degrees between Thursday and Friday. Our air temperature will be about 15 degrees different between Thursday and Friday. And our lows will be back around 70, if not in the 60s by Saturday morning. And so that will be really nice because right now we've had those low temperatures pretty high. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this here since we have been having some, yeah, thanks, Johnny. I might need the technical support person personally. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I think I answered everyone's questions. We'll try this again tomorrow, and I'll have the weather graphics up and running. But this is a one-man band, and really we should have a router system over here in this area. But yeah, someone changed what was routed, and I don't have my weather graphics without taking the mic off and walking away. So I just went ahead and stayed live.